Welcome to Feel Fluent English, where stories help us grow. Before we begin, let me ask you something. Have you ever loved something so deeply that even when life became difficult, you couldn't let go of it? Something small, something fragile, something others called impractical. Today's story is about a young boy, a broken guitar, and a dream that quietly refused to die. If you listen carefully, you may hear more than music. You may hear hope, patience, and courage. Tell me in the comments. Type passion if you believe following what you love gives life meaning, or type security if you believe stability matters more than dreams. Stay till the end because I have some fun questions and also I'll explain useful English vocabulary from the story to help you feel more confident and fluent. Now, let us begin. My name is Ryan, and I loved music more than anything. I had a small guitar. It was old and broken. The strings were worn, the wood scratched, but it was mine. Every night when the house was quiet, I would sit in the corner of my room and strum it softly. I made little songs no one would hear, but they made me feel alive. I lived with my father. My mother died when I was very small. I barely remembered her smile, her laugh, the warmth of her hands. My father tried his best, but he was a quiet man, tired from long days at work. He didn't play music. In fact, he discouraged it. "Music is not safe, Ryan," he would say. "Work is safer. Music doesn't put food on the table." But I couldn't stop. Every night I touched the strings. I imagined melodies filling the world, in the streets, in the sky, even in the wind. Music made me forget fear, hunger, and sadness. It was the one thing that made me feel free. One morning, the principal announced a school music competition. Every child could join. My heart leapt. Finally, a chance to show my songs to the world. I ran home clutching the poster. "Father, can I join the competition?" I begged, eyes wide with hope. But he frowned. "No, Ryan, music is not real life. Life isn't a stage. You need to focus on school." I pleaded. "I'll study after practice, I promise," I cried, hoping he would understand. He sighed, tired and conflicted. "Only if you win," he said, finally. "Then I will listen." I nodded, heart heavy but determined. From that moment, I practiced harder than ever, pouring all my hope and courage into my small guitar. A week before the competition, everything changed. My father went to work early in the morning and didn't come back. I waited, pacing our little home, my stomach tight with worry. Then a neighbor arrived, face pale. "Ryan, your father, there's been an accident. He can't walk anymore." I ran to the hospital as fast as I could, my chest burning, heart racing. I found him lying in a stark white room, bandages on his legs, eyes wide with fear. I wanted you to be safe," he whispered. I held his hand, tears streaming down my face. My father, my protector, was broken, and my world felt like it was cracking apart. The day of the competition came. My heart ached to play my song on stage, but my father needed me. He couldn't move without help. I couldn't leave him. I sat beside him, holding his hand and sang quietly, letting the melody rise like a whisper in the room. He smiled weakly. "Play your music, don't stop," he said. My tears blurred my vision. I promised him I would keep going, no matter what. That night, I hugged my guitar and imagined a future where music and love could survive together. Weeks later, disaster struck. Flames erupted in our house late at night. Smoke filled the room. I woke coughing, grabbed my guitar, and shook my father awake. We ran outside as everything we owned burned. The house, our belongings, even my music notebook filled with years of songs. I cried, staring at the glowing embers. My father held me close. "We are alive. That is all that matters," he said, voice trembling. Somehow, he was right. We moved to a small shelter. No bed, sometimes no food, only a roof over our heads. My guitar was gone. My songs were gone. Only the memory of music remained. At night, I hummed quietly in the dark, imagining melodies in my mind. My father sometimes smiled faintly. "You never give up, Ryan," he said. I promised him and myself that no matter what, I would find music again. One morning, a stranger came to the shelter. He said he had heard me singing. He was a music teacher. "Do you want to learn music properly?" he asked. I couldn't believe it. I nodded. He handed me a small guitar, not perfect, but enough. I hugged it tightly, tears running down my cheeks. "I will make music again," I whispered, and I meant it. Years passed. Every day I practiced. Every night I strummed my guitar, learning songs, perfecting melodies. My fingers were raw, my heart full of hope. Eventually, a music school noticed me. They said, "Your talent is special. We want to help you." I couldn't believe it. I remembered the fire, the shelter, the nights of fear and loss. I realized I had survived. I had grown stronger. I was ready. Finally, the day came. I stepped onto a stage, lights bright, a hall full of people staring at me. My father sat in the front row, tears streaming down his face. I took a deep breath and played the song I had written years ago, the one that had never left my heart. Every note told a story of loss, hope, courage, and love. When the last note faded, I looked at my father. He smiled through his tears. "You never stopped," he said. "I am proud of you." I smiled, thinking of my mother, the fire, the nights of pain. Music had survived. I had survived. Sometimes life is hard. Sometimes dreams seem impossible. But if you never give up, hope finds a way. Even when everything is lost, life gives you a second chance. And sometimes your music, your light, your heart is stronger than anything. I closed my eyes, feeling the melody linger. No matter what came next, I would always play, always hope, always love. Music was my life. Music was my hope. Music was my light. Let's enhance our vocabularies used in the story. Discouraged. Tried to stop someone from doing something. His parents discouraged him from taking risks. Melodies. Pleasant musical tunes. The soft melodies made everyone calm. Conflicted. Having mixed or opposite feelings. She felt conflicted about leaving her job. Determined. Strongly decided to do something. He was determined to succeed. Pacing. Walking back and forth repeatedly. He was pacing the room nervously. Stark. Very plain, empty, or harsh. The hospital room looked stark and cold. Whispered. Spoke very softly. She whispered a secret to her friend. Blurred. Became unclear or hard to see. His vision blurred with tears. Disaster. A sudden event causing great harm. The storm was a disaster for the village. Erupted. Started suddenly and violently. Flames erupted from the building. Embers. Small glowing pieces left after fire. The embers glowed in the dark. Shelter. A safe place to stay. They found shelter during the rain. Faintly. Slightly or weakly. She smiled faintly at the child. Eventually, after a long time, He eventually understood the truth. Survived. Stayed alive after danger. She survived the accident. Lingered. Stayed longer than expected. The music lingered in his mind. Clutching. Holding tightly. He was clutching the letter tightly. Announced. Made something known publicly. The teacher announced the results. Strum. To play guitar strings. He learned how to strum the guitar. Worn. Old or damaged by use. He wore a worn jacket.
All right, now that we've learned some of the difficult words from the story, let's see how well you remember them. I'm going to give you 5 sentences with missing words. Your task is to fill in the blanks with the correct word. Don't worry if you're not 100% sure, just try your best. Here we go. Number 1. The young boy loved blank more than anything in the world. Number 2. His guitar was old and broken, but it was blank. Number 3. His father believed that blank was safer than music. Number 4. After the fire, the boy lost his house and his blank. And number 5. Even after losing everything, the boy never gave up on blank. Take a moment to think and comment your answers below.